Well, hello everyone. It's me, Rainbow Bright, or also known as Wisp Bright, to others out there. And I am doing this live stream through my web shooter, through my Reckoner, you know. As of right now, I only have 37 followers on my Euro fairway, and until you get 50 followers or more, you can't do live streams on the tool. So you can still do live streams on the website. No need how many followers you have. And I know some of you folks are going to say, why does it look like that I'm far away or something? Well, that's just the way I am. Oh, hi there, Rainbow Bright. Oh, hi. Welcome to my live stream. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I in between 82 YL, the Harmark business wanted to come up with an answer to the Vinlander's Greeting strawberry shortcake, which is a good friend of mine. So a whole new arm of Harmark was crafted to come up with me and my friends and all the things that we would do. At first they wanted me to be someone who had sway over nature, over the weather or the earth, but later on shifted it to only be bringing beauty and cast and brightness and light. After Harmark knew what they wanted and how they wanted Rainbow Bright to be, they ended up getting a deal with Mattel to start making the dolls. And then that was in 9 between 83 YL. And 9 between 84 YL, Harmark got a deal with Deke Lee, no longer around anymore, to start making the drawing show, where Deke then got a deal with TSM to do the drawing end of it, and the rest was yesteryear after that. As you know, my back saga kind of goes like this. I was brought to a world that had at once had light and beauty and brightness, but lost it to the King of Shadows. God and Jesus brought me to that world, and I went through a lot of binds with experience about that. Frightening trees, dealing with all kind of beings, some of them friendly, some of them mostly not friendly. Meeting Twink, also freeing Starlight, who was frozen. Later on, being falling into a waterway because the King of Shadows had Mirkwell, Dismal, and Lurky break a bridge that we happened to be going on. Also freeing all the cast kids like Red Butler and Canary Yellow and Yellow Lila Orange and Shy Violet and Buddy Blue, and also Patio Green. Tickle Me Pink and Moonglow and Stormy would show up later on. Also, entrusting me to go looking after known as the Sword of Light. We seek the baby, which we seek when we led us to a hollow, which led me to the rainbow strap, and also led me into fighting the King of Shadows. Then it shifted out that the baby that was taken by Mirkwell, Dismal, and Lurky, which was later on taken by the King of Shadows, the child, the baby, shifted out to be the Sword of Light, shifted out to be God Almighty and Jesus the Healer. And they worked with me and through me to beat the King of Shadows. After that, Rainbow Land became what it was before the King of Shadows took over. And God told me, you will now be known as Rainbow Bright. The world's light, cast, and brightness will be entrusted to you. And you will also have to fight those who dare to take away the light. And I said, I will. I know you will, and I will. But when you work for God Almighty and Jesus the Son, you're not the one that gets the thanks. No, no. God works through, God and Jesus might work with you and through you to do something. But they're the one that gets the thanks and not me. And I've been working for God Almighty and Jesus the Son for about 40 years, well, 41 years now. And a lot of folks out there might wonder, why was I chosen to be Rainbow Bright? Why was I picked out of so many other folks to go to that world and do those things I did? Well, God and Jesus must have saw something good in me. Keep in mind that we're all sinners and we're all sinners, and we never really do meet the high standards that God and Jesus meet. But we don't have to meet those standards as long as we seek to live a good life and as long as we seek to learn from whatever mistakes we did, and knowing that God and Jesus will always forgive us for all those sins and mishaps that we do. And yes, I chose to go to that world. I chose to go through that bind. God always gives you free will. Now knowing my background of how I became Rainbow Bright, I want all you folks wonder, why did it take me so long until now to why did it take me so long to want to do a life, to even start making these films? Well, first off, putting it off, thinking I didn't have enough time in a day, didn't have enough time to oversee another Euro fairway, but that was just my forgiveness because I did have enough time to do it. And also thinking about how we were going to go by doing it. Because as you know, we don't got every single Rainbow Bright doll ever made. We don't got the Mattel dolls. We don't got the Up Up Go. We don't got the Go toys. We only have my Hallmark self back there, this SML toys, one of myself, Twink, and Squeezable Stormy. And we got Strawberry Shortcake. Now, I am working on getting, one day, my goal is to get Stormy. My goal is also to get Tickle Me Pink and Moon Glow and Indigo, because those are the ones that the Loyal Subject Toys, or the Trusted Burger Toys, or SML, or the TSL Toys did make in a big ragdoll. I know a lot of folks are going to say, well, you know, a little background to how, now some of you folks may not believe this and you might really just kind of laugh at it, but give some onlook here. Another ground to why Dwayne still likes Sailor Moon and always will, still likes the Mite Keepers, still, likes all those things that he's into. He can't make a fairway over every single thing he's into. Well, Dwayne gotten into Rainbow Bright when he was young. He would have been at least 5 or 6, maybe even younger than that. And by the time he got into Rainbow Bright, the Rainbow Bright show had already been in old runs by that time, because they only ran from between 84 YL, the Farseer, the Farseer Outstanding sagas, and then the film Rainbow Bright and the Star Stealer, between 85 YL, and then the Rainbow Bright the show, which ran for one following, between 86 YL, and then was dropped due to bad looking. By the time Dwayne got into it, this would have been at least between 88 or 929 YL. Rainbow Bright was still being old runted on ABC or CBS or NBC. I think Fox came along around that time, so they would have had old runs to it as well. Nickelodeon or Nicka Film Hall had also showed up around that time, so they had to deal with it. And he would watch it, and he liked it. And he also felt at one time, Dwayne really both felt that he could be Rainbow Bright. And his mother did, give him the ponytail you see here and put the star on his cheek. And he was going to do that for Halloween evening. And at first he was kind of worried about would folks make fun of him for it. But no one made fun of him for it. And his brother Scott at the time, who was also into Rainbow Bright back in the day, but not so much into it now, he was more into playing Merkwell Dismal, the man who grew up hating Cass due to his mother telling him one day when he was drawing on the walls to clean up the cast, and she told him, if it takes you all day or it takes your whole life to do it. And think of that back saga to someone who hates Cass, light, and beauty on the grounds that someone's mother told him to clean the drawing off the wall, and he takes it the wrong way. So, Dwayne was into Rainbow Bright. Years go by. I mean, Dwayne even had the old Mattel dolls and everything like that. There were these skits that Dwayne may have done back in the day. One of them, I don't really know, but I think one of the skits we did was about Jimmy Cleamer, one of the former owners of Bigfoot, had come to Rainbow Land one day, gotten lost or something, I don't know. And it was a Rainbow Bright school to help him get home. And I had played Rainbow Bright in that. I had the doll, so I was, whatever, playing with the doll. And then we go to the other room, and keep in mind the house we lived in Duquesne Stead at that point only had 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a living room, and an eating room and kitchen were together. So we come into that room where would be the hells or the holes, Merkwell Dismal's world, and we had the Merkwell Dismal doll too, and the Lurky doll, and I could do Lurky's work. I could speak like Lurky like this. Oh, what are we gonna do, Murky? How we gonna get that? How we gonna get that fiend, Lori, to put gloom in the world? I know it's not really good, but I have it there. And Scott's doing Merkwell Dismal, and he's going, "You dummy! We're gonna go shift what it runs on. If I get that fiend Lori, I'm gonna shift it so it's gonna boot gloom over everything." And he's going, whatever he's doing, I don't know. And that's all I can think of. So years go by, and Dwayne kind of forgets about Rainbow Bright. Not that he fully forgets about her, but Now keep in mind, he's still into Sailor Moon. He's always gonna be in that. Night Keepers, whatever. So, what else? We talked about that background, you know. And I know that I had 2 folks watching. I know it's not really not. I know it's not the most gleeingest live stream out there. Kind of look like I'm kind of like, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So, what else do we got? I got 1 folk watching, so that's like good enough, I guess. Well, hey there, Rainbow Bright. That means that anyone who comes on is going to see that as the first word. So, now, what else do I want to talk about or show off here today? Well, all right. So, what else we got here? I have my own rainbow writing tool. Yeah, right here, folks. Any writing has to be done in Rainbow Land. Well, this is the writing tool that I that I do my writing with. No, Hallmark did not make this writing tool at all. This was made by the Dollar Tree. So, for whoever's still watching, whoever's still watching the live stream, I want to say thank you for doing that. I know the live stream maybe it's not the most gleaniest live stream, out there. And yeah, so the goal is one day getting Stormy, the big rag doll, Tickle Me Pink, that big rag doll, Moonglow's big red doll, rag doll, and Indigo's big rag doll. As far as ever getting my hands on any of the old Mattel Rainbow Bright dolls, or ever getting my hands on the Up Go toys or Go toys, or I don't really think that's ever going to happen unless I get lucky unless I go get lucky and someone gives something away at the Vinlander Frith Middle, or the Goodwill Frith and Give Middle, or the Helping Fighting Arm Give or Frith Middle. That's the only way that I seeing those things. Now, yeah. So let's also talk about some saga that's going on in the Rainbow Bright followership. It also seems to be that Hallmark wanting to make another Rainbow Bright drawing film and another drawing show. What does this mean? What does this entail? I don't know. I know a lot of folks are worried. They're worried about the 2009 one at YL1 that really didn't do much. They're more worried about the 24 Betweeneth Rainbow Bright drawing show, and they're worried about it not matching up to the standard of the Deke one. Now, I can't speak on everyone's worries about if my drawing show will be good or my new drawing film will be good or not, because I don't know. All I know is that if my drawing show comes back and my drawing film comes back, that's good. Even though I don't know if I'm going to have a biggest following as I once did for it. You know, when Deke first did my drawing show, it happened at a big time when I had just showed up and everyone was into me. I mean, I'm not making up. I was a big deal, and still to this day, Hallmark still makes a big deal out of me, even though, um, even though at the end of the day, I'm still owned by Hallmark, and they get deals of other businesses to work with me. They have owned me since between '82 YL, and I can think of other businesses that want to have me, but Hallmark most likely would say no. The Walt Disney business probably wanted to buy it, and they probably said no to them. Paramount Global or Paramount World, they probably say no to them as far as buying it. But if they wanted to hire Disney or Paramount to handle the drawing show or the drawing film, then they would be on board for it. But a lot of folks feel you got if folks they don't a lot of folks would be worried about that and thinking, well, yeah, but they also be worried about that Disney or Paramount might not handle me with the same onlook that Deke handled me with back in the day. Now, another thing that, and I can't speak about that, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know if I'm going to get a new drawing show. or I'm going to get a new drawing film. I can only hope that it happens, but your guess is good as mine if it truly does happen or not. Now, also in this live stream, if someone's still watching, let me know what you think about the thought of me having a drawing show or drawing film happening again. Also, I did go to one of Hallmark's shops, known as the Hallmark Golden Crown or Hallmark Golden Cap, the one in White Oak Borough. And I mean, yeah, they sold a lot of squeeze dolls. I mean, they sold a lot of sweets, books, other things. But they had no Rainbow Bright things anymore there. So, but one thing they did sell that thought was good was a rag doll of Jesus. So that's what I got. Now you're going to hear all. Now I'll keep in mind that's only the first time I ever went to a Hallmark shop. So you can say what you want to say about it. That's the first time I went there. I know that at the end of the day, I only have, someone watching, and that's good enough because I didn't think this live stream was going to really blow up, with a lot of folks. I mean, I only have like what, 37 folks following me. So it isn't like I thought my live stream was going to blow up that big. I mean, I'm thankful for having one watcher watch my work, at least my live stream. I'm thankful for that, you know. And someone might say, well, why are you choosing to do your live stream for your web shooter through your reckoner instead of doing it through your web shooter for your Y speaker? Well, because there's this oversight that you have to have at least 50 followers or more before you can do a live stream on the Euros tool on your Y speaker. And since I only got 37 folks, this is the only way I can do a live stream right now. And if I would do a live stream on my Y speaker, sadly, if I would, I couldn't, there'd be no shout out box anymore. Yeah, the shout out box is like gone, not there anymore. I mean, a shout out box is around on the live stream on the website, but not if you're not doing it through their tool, you know. So, sorry for that. So let me see, what else can I do? How high I can get myself. Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, I know. All right, what else do I got going here? Well, as you know, I don't. It's funny because I only get someone watching, and I guess Omen Boy was the one who wrote down earlier, "Hey, Rainbow Bright." So I guess it's still him watching, or someone else. I mean, I did have two folks watching earlier, and no thumb up. I can thumb this up. No, you can't. They took away that, so no, you can't. You can't thumb up, your live streams anymore. Do you want to do reactions? Whatever the English word is for that. Pop up chat. I don't know. I don't even know, to be honest with you. Well, sorry for that one. All right, so what else do I want to talk about? The next things that are going to be going on. Like I say, I do have goals, you know, And one of my goals is to get the rest of the SL, the TSL, the TLS toy Rainbow Bright dolls. That would be Stormy, Tickle Me Pink, Moon Glow, and Indigo. And I guess a Big Twink wouldn't harm anything either. I don't know when I'm ever going to get those. You know, they're worth a well. I mean, the way I'm getting them is either through Walmart's website themselves one day or at their shop. Mostly through their website because they don't really sell all of them at their shop. You know, so that's those the other things. And yes, before I end this live stream, I want to let everyone know that yes, Dwayne's still into Sailor Moon. He's still into Sailor Moon. He's not giving up on Sailor Moon. He's still into that. So you don't have to worry about that. And I know it's weird that I did tell the saga earlier for anyone who wants to hear it again. I know that someone up there is most likely going to say what they're going to say. So anyway, that's all the time I have here. I mean, I got a lot of time to do this live stream. I just don't know how long I'm going to do it for. All right. So, sorry for clearing my throat there. Sadly, that could not be helped. All right. A lot of you folks also want to know where you can seek my, show. If you go on Euro and you put in Rainbow Bright, my Beat show will come up. There is no business, there's no streaming rights to it, so you're not going to see it on any other website. It's only on Euro. So put it in, it will come up. If you want to watch it, you can. Yeah, getting over a cold. Oh, forgive me, I'm getting don't know a cold here. Oh. All right. Anyone else gonna come on this live stream and say something? I don't know. I got only one fellow watching, so all right. It says, "Welcome to the live talk. Keep to shield your withdrawal on your followership oversight." Yeah, I know. All right. Sorry for that burp I did there. So, yeah. And if you do wonder, as you can see back there, that is... All right. Well, all right. Guess I gotta be going now unless someone else is gonna come on this live stream or something. Anyone else got anything to say? You got some things to ask me here? Not every day you get to have a live stream from Rainbow Land, so. All right, I'm gonna have to answer. No one wants to ask me anything. All right. Then I guess I'll have to bring up something. A lot of folks ask me, what do I think about Strawberry Shortcake? Like I say, I'm friends with her. I met her like not too long ago. I already made a film on my fairway about meeting her. Also, I met the Care Bears. Well, not all the Care Bears, but some of the Care Bears. I did not meet the ponies from My Pretty Ponies yet. Um, so yes. All right, yeah, yeah. Oh God. All right, yeah. Looks like I'm having a now. Looks like the sorry, it's winter. It's cold, and it's the cold, folks. It's not COVID. All right. You want to know how bad that was? Oh well, we never want to go back to COVID ever again. Lucifer made COVID in 2020 YL. Well, he made it in 29 between of YL, but he spread it all over the world by 2020 YL, and he spread it to other worlds too. And Merkwell Disma really thought that that was cool. He did. Then he learned he could get COVID himself, and then it wasn't so cool anymore. But it didn't stop me from bringing cast and beauty and brightness and light to the world. Oh yeah, it was hard for about a whole year and a half of being being like 5 feet away from each other, wearing hides. Yeah, seek about digging out Casthurst. Then then tell all the cast kids you got to stick about 5 feet away from each other and wear hides while you're doing that. And so then me and Twink got to keep away from each other folks while we're on Starlight wearing his hide at the time and still bringing beauty and bringing light and cast and brightness to the world. And it wasn't like Merkwell Dismal had anything to do with COVID either. No, he didn't. Me and Merkwell Dismal we are not foes anymore. We're friends now. He has overcome his hatred of caste and beauty and light and brightness. At first he thought that yeah, at first I may have thought he had something to do with it, but he did not. So yeah, COVID was a really, really bad thing at the time. Uh, but luckily no one and Moon, no one in Rainbow Land ever got it. But I got the cold from time to time, you know. So that's about it. It's not really any more to talk about, you know. Except I want to, you know, take this time to wish, God's blessings, God and Jesus' blessings on all of you, you know, and have a rainbow day.